Mahapolitical fireworks. NCP crisis deepens. NCP versus NCP. Pawar versus Pawar. Will Dada replace Sahib? Will Mutiny invoke sympathy for Sharad Pawar?
Ajit Dada संघर्ष करो! Ajit Dada संघर्ष करो!
Or allegiance for nephew Ajit Pawar?
Oh viewers, what a day it's been in the state of Maharashtra, and there's more coming, we promise you. There's a meeting of Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena taking place, but the news coming in right now. It's a Pawar versus Pawar battle which has only escalated after President post now fight over National Executive. Sharad Pawar has called the National Executive meet in Delhi tomorrow. He's going to be taking the morning flight. What we are given to understand, Sharad Pawar has said Ajit's camp National Executive meet invalid. Sharad Pawar, PC Chako, Jayant Patil, Supriya Sule, Fauzia Khan, many of the members of the committee were not informed. No notice was issued for the meeting. There is so much going on where the dynamics of what has transpired through the course of the last few days is concerned, viewers. I want to quickly cut across to break this news down. Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai Bureau Chief, joining us. Rahul Srivastav also with us. Sahil, coming to you first. Sahil, do we have Sahil? Sahil, breaking this news on in... All right, we're going to cut across to Sahil in just about a minute. But Rahul, pulling you into this conversation, it's only going to get with what's happening on the sidelines with the Eknath Shinde, Shiv Sena, more interesting in days to come. Tomorrow morning, Sharad Pawar flies to Delhi for the National Executive, already calling the Ajit Pawar faction National Executive illegal.
See, Preeti, what the Ajit Pawar faction was hoping that it could make it Ajit Pawar versus Supriya Sule battle. What it seems that it's now turning out to be a classic number crunching battle. And in the number crunching battle, what the indication from today afternoon has been that Sharad Pawar is going to fight every inch of it and is not going to allow any space or any elbow room to his nephew Ajit Pawar. And the biggest indication, as I said earlier, was when Sharad Pawar said that I have fought on many symbols. Symbols don't really matter. Look at every poster. It is my face which is the largest on every poster, hoarding and bunting. That is the clearest sign that Sharad Pawar is now neck deep as far as the battle against his nephew is concerned. The other clear indication is that bringing his MLAs under the garb of a conclave in Delhi to have a kind of a show of strength in which he will have whatever limited number, but they will remain insulated from attempts by the Ajit Pawar faction. Also, he can put up at the grand display of being the national level leader who leads the NCP, and while Ajit Pawar and others are state level players, and that's the might and deep pockets and deep political cunning of Sharad Pawar. I think one of the first signs where a faltering I have seen in the last 2-3 days, that 129 MLAs turning up with 4 MLCs as far as the Ajit Pawar meeting is concerned, but they're claiming in an affidavit to the Election Commission they have 40 MPs and MLAs. But the MLA is being shifted to a safe home in form of the Taj lands in Mumbai. That's Rahul, clear sign.
Right, but they've been, those MLAs which were at Taj lands, and they've all left, so that meeting is over. It's not that they are being holed up or they are staying put at the Taj lands end. That's what we've been given to understand. I also just want to quickly pull in Sahil Joshi, Mumbai Bureau Chief, also breaking the news on India Today. Sahil, it's never a dull moment. About an hour ago, news broke, Ajit Pawar, by the Ajit Pawar faction, appointed as president. 3 days ago, he was the same man who said Sharad Pawar is our president. There's a lot going down, minute by minute developments taking place.
Well, now Pawar camp is clearly saying that this meeting, which is supposed to be a working committee meeting called by Praful Patel, the working president of the party, on 30th of June, that means it happened just 2 days before, finally Ajit Pawar took oath along with 9 members, and on that particular day, everybody is saying that Sharad Pawar still is a national president. And they have, their working committee had decided that Sharad Pawar is no more a president, whereas they have appointed Ajit Pawar as a president. So either they were lying or they wanted to hide this fact from the people. But that's a different sort. In politics, such kind of moves needs to be done. The secrecy needed to be kept when you have to usurp the whole party, the name and the authority of the party as well. So that happens always. Now, most importantly, one thing is very clear, that Ajit Pawar had made up his mind. It's not going to be something like that, you know, after a few months there will be some kind of a reconciliation. Ajit Pawar has made up his mind very clear. In today's speech, he has made up his mind very clear that he is going to take control of the party. Now nobody can stop him. He has decided that the party's control will be taken by him. Now what Sharad Pawar is saying, today I met him, what he is trying to say is that 30th June working committee meeting is an illegal meeting because there was no notice issued for that. That's a followed procedure by the constitution of the party. Majority of the members, including Supriya Sule, Fozia Khan, PC Chako and Jayant Patil were not present. They were not even in the know of this particular meeting, and Sharad Pawar himself, of course, did not know about this meeting. So that meeting is not right. The fight will happen in Election Commission. But let me tell you one thing. I would just want to add to what Rahul Srivastava was saying a while back. You know, we are looking at this battle only as a political battle. But when we had seen such kind of battle last year, when Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray were fighting them, it was also kind of a bitter battle. But this is also a battle within the family. Finally, Ajit Pawar got maximum clapping from his supporters when he said that if he is lying, he should not be called Pawar, is what he said, and then his supporters started clapping aloud. So basically, this is going to be a more ugly battle than what we have seen last year, because this is happening within the family. It's a nephew versus uncle,
right.
It's a nephew versus it's brother versus sister. So this is going to get ugly when more and more he has almost threatened Sharad Pawar that if you go to people and start talking against us, we are going to reply with the same bitterness. We have more secrets about you, because if you are in the family, you of course have more secrets than the people around. What we saw between Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray, the similar situation we are going to see
but
in
Sahil, how much more bitter will it also get? Of course, secrets, I'm sure in politics there are plenty, but the sheer fact of exposing propriety as an NCP president saying that, you know, the googlies he spoke of in 2019, clearly indicating Sharad Pawar knew what happened in 2019. Before that, stating he was the one who pushed them to keep hobnobbing with the BJP behind the curtain of what was going on. Not just that, the personal commentary, Sahil, mocking Sharad Pawar's age, saying that maybe, you know, he's not picking Ajit Pawar because he's not the son, that it's time to give up, he's 83, time to now relax and rest. All of that aside, Sahil, you know, will it actually, the personal attacks in particular, will it create sympathy for Sharad Pawar, or will it create allegiance for Ajit Pawar is a question. You know, also touch on a little what's happening on the sidelines. How big is our Eknath Shinde factor with what's going on, the kind of discontent brewing there? Is it something to really worry about where Maharashtra political dynamics are concerned?
Well, Preeti, your question is absolutely like the way Maharashtra politics is playing. You know, there are various angles to your questions. So let me just give it one by one. You know, the first about what Ajit Pawar said today. As I said before, this is going to be a really ugly fight. And Ajit Pawar, it seems, you know, he has written a script of Subhash Ghai movie. You know, something from this particular film, some portion is from some other script. You know, he is also trying to play around that this is not a dynasty. Ajit Pawar finally is a product of a dynasty. If he wouldn't have been Pawar, would he have been so much successful is the people ask. That's what the BJP used to claim, that Bhai Bhatije wali party, ya Beti Bhatije wali party used to be claimed by the BJP earlier. So he wants to distance from that dynastic politics which the BJP or the Prime Minister always talks about. So what he said, that I'm not the real blood, I'm not the son, and that's why I didn't get the chance. A similar line was taken by Raj Thackeray when he split himself from Uncle Balasaheb Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray. So, you know, so that kind of line also has been taken. Secondly, he is trying to play now the victim card. You know, I had all the possibilities to become the chief minister, but I was denied my right That's what is the victim card he's trying to play. Secondly, what Sharad Pawar is looking at, he's a very clever politician. He's seeing writing on the wall. He knows what happened with the Shiv Sena. The script is ready. He knows that the central government has immense of power. The party's name and the symbol will be snatched from him. That reality he knows for a fact. The day Ajit Pawar took oath, the way things are coming out now one by one, that just 2 days before Ajit Pawar had called a meeting along with Praful Patel, and whatever happened, what we saw, and they had a meeting, removed Sharad Pawar from the position and all that stuff. That means they were prepared for the legal battle. They had already taken all the legal precautions with respect to that. That's why Sharad Pawar also in his meeting specifically mentioned that in his life he had fought on 4 different symbols, and despite that he got elected. So he is preparing himself and his people that be ready. What happened with Uddhav Thackeray is going to happen to us. The election commission is going to go against us, but we will do all the legal possible options. But eventually we may lose the symbol and the name, but we have to be ready to fight against Ajit Pawar and Praful Patel and Chhagan Bhujbal and the people around. Lastly, about your question about Eknath Shinde. See, right now they don't have any option. Did Eknath Shinde know about this? Of course he knew about it. He's the chief minister, and the BJP has taken care of it, that he was kept in the loop. He knew that Ajit Pawar is in touch with the BJP and etc. But his people didn't know about it. They were guessing it. There was an open discussion in the media that this is going to happen. So they were discussing it. They knew it. Did they know it? No. His supporters didn't know it. And that is the reason why this meeting has been called. There will be a lot of complications in various areas. The reason behind Eknath Shinde coming out of the MVA and joining hands with the BJP, one of the reasons, I'm not saying that that is the only reason, but one of the reasons was the internal fights with the NCP leaders, say in the district like Raigad, Jalgaon or some other district. And now you have to work together with them. That is going to be the problem. So Eknath Shinde has a bigger task in front of him to re-explain his people that, okay, we did this, now we have to continue doing this. And lastly, Ajit Pawar said one thing today in his speech, that there will be equal distribution when it comes to the seat distribution. That means everybody will have to give up their seats, and who is going to benefit in the end is the NCP. That is what he was trying to tell his supporters. Will Shiv Sena accept this?
I just want to bring
$1 million question. We will come to that.
Sahil, appreciate you joining us, giving us perspective once again. Quickly pulling back Rahul Srivastav and getting in Faizan Mirza, spokesperson NCP. Rahul, you've seen many seasons of the NCP and the man that we speak of, Sharad Pawar. He's in his sunset years of his political career. Can he, possibly his last big political battle?
Preeti, I think Sharad Pawar is one politician who, as I said earlier, has deep pockets and very deep cunning, that political cunning. This is a very tough situation. I think Sharad Pawar for the last few years was postponing the inevitable. He had to go in for a dynastic transition to his daughter Supriya Sule, but there was Ajit Pawar running the party, fixing candidates and doing whole lot of bread and butter jobs as far as the party is concerned. And he knew that Ajit Pawar had the control of the party. But this is a moment which will test even Sharad Pawar, primarily because, as I've been saying, NCP is not really a classic political party of ideologically tied or otherwise. It is a party which has leaders who are individual satraps. Somebody controls Pune, somebody controls some other region, Goindi and others. And that is why if you lose that leader, you lose that region. And how Sharad Pawar was the unifying factor. He was the big face. But how Sharad Pawar will be able to convince the MLAs that with Ajit Pawar, they don't stand to benefit as much as they stand to benefit with Sharad Pawar electorally. And second, with Ajit Pawar, they stand to benefit if they are part of the government. I think that's where lies the problem. Otherwise, if I see the Eknath Shinde and the equation, the BJP definitely should be worried today. I think the number game is not really working out. It is gone.
Rahul, just going to quickly bring in Faizan Mirza, spokesperson NCP, Sharad Pawar faction into this conversation. Faizan Mirza, what can we expect tomorrow? You have a national executive which has been called. You've called Ajit Pawar's national executive illegal. There is going to be a counter coming for you on that.
One thing I have to clear that NCP is only of शरद पवार side. पूरा सिंबल भी हमारा है, कैडर भी हमारा है, हर चीज हमारी है. एमपी एमएलएस के जाने से ये नहीं होता है. और अभी तक के एमएलएस अजीत दादा के पास में कितने हैं ये फिगर ही क्लियर नहीं हुआ है, तो इस पर कोई सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता कि एनसीपी किसकी है. सो आई एम नॉट फ्रॉम पवार फैक्शन, आई एम ओनली फ्रॉम एनसीपी. ये मैं क्लियर कर रहा हूँ. आई एम फ्रॉम एनसीपी.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. But that has
And-
been your party line, Faizan Mirza. I appreciate you joining us only from the NCP. Well, a different line coming in where the Ajit Pawar faction is concerned, because they are saying they are the real NCP. They had 32 today on the dais of the 53 MLAs where the NCP represents, where the Vidhan Sabha is concerned. But fireworks for sure. We don't know what's going to happen in the days to come, especially where you talk about arithmetic, chemistry, the old cliches of Indian politics. Right now, at least on paper, where that affidavit is concerned, arithmetic lies with the Ajit Pawar camp. Does the chemistry lie with Sharad Pawar? We don't know. But this is going to be the fight or his final fight in what is the sunset political years of his life. Sharad Pawar, will he be able to pull out another one? Many suggest if there is somebody who can, it's him. A quick break. Stay with us. Continuous coverage on the other side. Rahul Kamal joins us.
This woman from Kazakhstan has made it her life's mission to help underprivileged children. Anna started an NGO during COVID-19 to educate children in Jaipur who can't afford going to school. Anna's NGO, called Indian Women Impact, has been at it for 3 years now, changing the lives of so many children for the better. Acting as a bridge for children from less privileged families. She offers quality coaching alongside her team of committed teachers.
The children, those who live in Basti, they go to government school and they come here for study. To get extra knowledge, my parents live in a Basti and they cannot afford expensive course and school for me and my brother and sister. So sir, we come here and study all of those subjects.
Recently, some of the NGO students from disadvantaged backgrounds also performed a French play at the famed National School of Drama in Delhi. Anna and her husband, who is a doctor, use all of their earnings to try to maintain the NGO.
It's been 3 years as we have been running this NGO, Indian Women Impact, and the entire concept is to provide the quality, world-class education to the children from underprivileged backgrounds. And the dream we have is to create the school that can accommodate 5,000 students from such backgrounds, where we can compete with a world-class education. That's the dream.
At this Jaipur-based NGO, students from different backgrounds come together to get an opportunity to achieve all these dreams.
At the NGO, Anna and her group of dedicated teachers try to provide wings to dreams of underprivileged students who earlier had little or no avenues to fulfill their aspirations. Once they come over here, they leave their less than perfect backgrounds behind to get submerged into a world of creativity, of learning and of dreaming big. With camera person Manish Devankur Vadhavan in Jaipur for India Today.
Artificial intelligence, AI, an ever-evolving field is transforming the world we live in, unleashing wonders that were once unimaginable. Now, artificial intelligence is transforming lives in Lucknow in the field of medical science. This is an ortho-robo performing a knee replacement surgery, all made possible courtesy AI. And this is a game changer in Uttar Pradesh, as this AI-powered robo will now perform more ortho procedure in Lucknow's Apollo Medics.
दिस इज़ अ मोस्ट एडवांस एक्टिव रोबोटिक सिस्टम. एक्टिव मीन्स कि हम इसमें सर्जिकल प्लानिंग करते हैं और वो सर्जिकल प्लानिंग सर्जन अपने एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से, पेशेंट की बॉडी के हिसाब से करता है, तब उस सॉफ्टवेयर को सेव करके और रोबोट में कनेक्ट कर दिया जाता है.
So how does this work? All the information is fed into the robo and then it works on its own, performing the surgery directly.
0.1 मिलीमीटर तक एक्यूरेट होता है ये. और अगर आप मैनुअल सर्जरी और रोबोटिक सर्जरी की बात करें तो मैनुअल सर्जरी इज 70% एक्यूरेट, तो दिस इज 95% एक्यूरेट.
From revolutionizing industries to enhancing everyday life, AI has proven to be a catalyst for progress and innovation. Bureau Report, India Today.
Amit, what is the amount of money that you have sort of put into the entire business? How large is it today? And what is the inventory that you have that is to be sold?
So look, as I said, we have contributed the historical land, so to speak, because as I have maintained all along, and even in that article, that we have been sitting right there during the COVID time, cash flow positive on this project. Even we took a debt on the second project, but even there also the cash flow generation has been far higher. If you are selling the building to the tune of 80%, your ability is always a milestone collection, and our collection milestones are achieving very quickly. So we do not see a challenge of getting the money back from the customers. So when we get the money from the customers, it enables a cash flow positive. So therefore, what our contribution is primarily on the land, and initially we have put some small money. However, now inventory, when we talk about, in the first two projects, as I mentioned, 80% is sold, so only 20% is left. On the third project, as we speak today, I think close to 30% has been sold, and we are looking anything between in the next 2 years to sell another 30-40% of that. So now practically we are already sold out for the various projects. Now we have already signed a joint development agreement in Bandra, which we should be launching over the next few months. Now the whole growth story for the real estate business, because Thane is still an finite land. We have 60 acres to more, but you need to expand. And real estate is not a business only to monetize land. It is a business, core business for us. And that is why we did the demerger. So you will have a real estate pure play and you have a lifestyle pure play. Now in real estate, we are partnering with various people, as our board has taken two primary decisions. One, we will not put money behind the land. We will not buy land at all. And we will not move out of MMR, because it is much better to stay in this region. You have a better grip. You can monitor closely and manage things better. So now we are getting enough and more JDA projects. One is already signed, and I think few are on an advanced stage of discussion, and that will give us a good opportunity.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 37 and minimum 29 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 34 and minimum 27 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 25 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 34 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 30 and minimum 23 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies.
Co-presented by Century Ply Club Prime, Raho Befikar.
Co-presented by Macho Hind, Bade Aaram Se.
Powered by NECC, Sunday Hoya Monday, Rose Kha One Day.
Good evening and welcome. You're watching the news track. I'm Rahul Kamal. In the capital, there is massive buzz about an impending reshuffle. Supposed to happen soon. And in Mumbai, the two Pawar camps are going head to head. Politics in India is heating up and we are giving you a ringside view right here on the news track.
Nail-biting Maha-blockbuster. Both NCPs flex.
जिंदा संघर्ष करो महाराष्ट्र बुलंद आवाज
True Dadagiri Maharashtra style.
महाराष्ट्राचा एकच वादा
Number suspense at fever pitch. Sharad Ajit, who has the Pawar? Big focus on news track.
Who has the real Pawar? That's the question in Mumbai. In Delhi, everyone on the edge of their seats wondering who will stay on as minister, who will be sent back to the party, and who may be unceremoniously dumped. Those questions being asked, the answers still being formulated. We'll get you insights into what's in the air. Here's a look at the headlines we're tracking. Both NCP factions flex their muscle in Mumbai. Ajit Pawar has 31 MLAs, 14 are with Sharad Pawar. The Ajit camp approaches the poll panel, claims to be the real NCP. Unease in the Shinde camp over the inclusion of Ajit Pawar in the Maharashtra cabinet. Maharashtra Chief Minister is meeting his MLAs to resolve the crisis. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister meets the Prime Minister in Delhi. Sources tell India Today Jagan Reddy would like to dissolve the assembly earlier than time and go for elections in Andhra Pradesh along with elections in Telangana. Bulldozer justice in Madhya Pradesh. House of BJP youth worker Parvesh Shukla, who urinated on a Dalit man, is demolished. Countdown begins to the launch of Chandrayaan 3. ISRO puts out video of the moon landers assembly. It was a day of the Mumbai MLA muscle flex. 53 MLAs, 2 NCP camps, 2 big meetings. One led by Sharad Pawar, the other by his nephew Ajit. Both uncle and nephew are breathing fire at each other. But with 31 MLAs with him, Ajit Pawar seems to have his nose in front in this big battle with his uncle.
A show of strength, a poster war, and a family feud. The Nationalist Congress Party split wide open and it's no holds barred. The breakaway NCP groups, Sharad Pawar camp and Ajit Pawar camp, held separate meetings in Mumbai enlisting support of MLAs and party office bearers. Ajit Pawar, whose posters across Mumbai incidentally carried photos of his uncle, spewed fire against Sharad Pawar from the podium.
एखादा माणूस नोकरीमध्ये लागला तर महाराष्ट्र सरकारमध्ये 58व्या वर्षी रिटायर होतो, तर भाजपमध्ये 75 वर्षानंतर रिटायर केलं जातं. आता जर वय जास्त झालं, 82 झालं, 83 झालं, तुम्ही कधी थांबणार आहात का नाही?
From backing Narendra Modi to hitting out at Pawar over Mahagathbandhan meetings, Ajit Pawar pulled no punches. Of all the blows, the one on Pawar's age was the unkindest. Sharad Pawar's daughter and MP Supriya Sule hit back at her cousin.
Naturally corrupt party. माझ्या वाचनात आणि ऐकण्यात आता आलं की काही लोकांचं म्हणणं आहे की काही लोकांचं वय झालंय, त्याच्यामुळे त्यांनी फक्त आशीर्वाद द्यावे. का बरं आशीर्वाद द्यावे? अरे सबसे देखो तो फारूक अब्दुल्ला साहिबांपेक्षा 3 वर्षांनी मोठे आहेत. अरे लड़ले, मैं तो शरद से 3 साल बड़ा हूं, मैं लड़ रहा हूं शरद को बोल, मेरे तरह तू भी लड़ ले.
NCP patriarch Sharad Pawar tore into his political rivals when he took stage at the YB Chavan Memorial. The battle of Pawars has entered the next round. The Ajit Pawar faction has moved the election commission's taking claim to party name and symbol, while Sharad Pawar camp has moved a caveat urging the EC to listen to their side as well before passing an order. With Sahil Joshi in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, all is not well in the Shinde camp. The entry of Ajit Pawar and his MLAs into the Maharashtra cabinet seems to be giving Shinde's MLAs a lot of heartburn. The Maharashtra Chief Minister at this moment is meeting his MLAs to try and resolve the crisis. But the Uddhav Sena is claiming that many of these rebels now want to do a ghar wapsi.
Ajit dada sangharsh karo.
All is not well in the ruling alliance in Maharashtra. The induction of 9 NCP MLAs led by Ajit Pawar has sparked a rift in Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's party. Several Shiv Sena MLAs are now upset over their long-standing political rivals NCP joining them. The divide forced Chief Minister Eknath Shinde to cancel his trip to Nagpur to welcome President Draupadi Murmu and call a party meeting at his official residence instead. With the NCP joining the ruling coalition, Shiv Sena MLAs fear losing out on key portfolios and later even election tickets to Ajit Pawar's group.
ये गुट आने से कुछ हमारी जो सत्ता है, सत्ता में उनको हिस्सेदारी देना जरूरी हुआ था. जब उनको सत्ता में हिस्सेदारी दी तो बट नेचुरल है कि कुछ हमारे ही लोगों के जो पद मिलने वाले थे वो कम हुए, इसलिए थोड़ी नाराजगी है, ये मैं मानता हूँ. ये कोई झूठ या छुपाने वाली बात नहीं. नहीं वो आ गए, हम बहुत खुश है, ऐसा नहीं है.
The Shiv Sena and the BJP have 10 ministers each in the present Maharashtra cabinet. With Sunday's inclusion of 9 NCP MLAs, the number of ministers has now risen to 29. The state can have a total of 43 ministers as per constitutional limit. The remaining 14 posts will have to be divided between 3 parties now, with the BJP likely to take the lion's share. Meanwhile, Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena has gone on the offensive. They claim the balance of power in the Maharashtra ruling alliance has shifted from Chief Minister Eknath Shinde to the new Deputy Chief Minister, Ajit Pawar. The Sena UBT has approached the Supreme Court seeking a decision by the Speaker on their pending disqualification petition against the Shinde Sena MLAs.
बात ऐसी है कि एक प्रेज है, एक फुल दो हाफ. कभी कभी आप मजाक में ले लेते हैं, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ 2 हाफ है, 2 डिप्टी सीएम, और एक फुल नहीं है, वो भी डाउटफुल है. मुख्यमंत्री वो कभी भी जा सकते हैं. जिस तरह से अजीत पवार को लाया गया है, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी. आने वाले दिनों में मुख्यमंत्री बदल सकता है, मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ.
जो एकनाथ शिंदे हैं, जो मुख्यमंत्री बने हुए हैं,
दो पहिए को साथ में लेकर चल रहे हैं, 3 पहिया सरकार हो गई है, क्या वो इस बात से इत्तेफाक रखते हैं कि जो बीजेपी कर रही है, जिनसे इनको सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत थी, अजीत पवार से सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत थी कि वो तकलीफ देते थे जब महाविकास आघाड़ी में थे, अब उनके साथ बैठे हैं?
While Chief Minister Eknath Shinde may be able to buy peace for a little while longer, elections are now fast approaching. Some of his party members are surely getting restless. He certainly has a tough job of keeping his flock together, and that certainly is priority number 1 for him. Bureau Report, India Today.
I want to go across live to Mumbai, to the city's #1 political reporter. Maharashtra Bureau Chief Sahil Joshi now joins me live on the news track. Sahil, you saw these 2 meetings. Who did you come away with more impressed? Ajit Pawar with the numbers, Sharad Pawar playing the sympathy card. At this moment, who's winning this wrestling bout?
Well, it looks like that the meeting, out of both the meetings, Ajit Pawar's meeting was more revealing, because Ajit Pawar for the first time spoke about all the things which used to be talked within the corridor of power in Maharashtra in a very hush-hush tone, that, it's not actually Ajit Pawar the fall guy. He was doing all the things what he was doing, and he got a flag for, at the behest of his uncle Sharad Pawar. And that's what he actually tried to speak about in the rally. Actually, he's the one who played the victim card, but very smartly he also distanced himself from this pitch of the BJP of dynasty rule. He said that he's not the son, and that is the reason why maybe he did not get a chance to lead the party to become the chief minister when the NCP had a chance. So basically he's trying to make a pitch to the people that he is being wronged by his uncle, and the time has come that his uncle should retire at this point of time. On the other hand, what Sharad Pawar was trying to do is to tell his people that he never went with the BJP, and he was trying to make an anti-BJP pitch there. But he definitely said to the people that despite everything, the other fraction still need to use his picture to fool the people that he is with them. So it's a allegation versus counter allegation. But right now what we are seeing is that the fight is going to get ugly, because this is not going to be a fight, a political fight, what we saw last year between Uddhav Thackeray and Eknath Shinde, but this is also going to be a fight within the Pawar family, a nephew versus uncle, nephew, brother versus sister. That is what is the fight which is going to blow up in the future. In the last, Ajit Pawar almost warned Sharad Pawar that if you continue talking about us, we will be forced to expose you in front of people, and that's what it looks like that we are going to see in next few months in Maharashtra.
If there's a big political story developing in Maharashtra, there's no way Rajdeep Sardesai is going to stay in Delhi. So he was bang in the middle of all the action through the morning. Rajdeep, you saw the 2 camps duke it out. Who do you think at this point is going to prevail in the end?
Rahul, thank you very much. I think if it comes to arithmetic, as Ajit Pawar has shown today by having a majority of the MLAs with him, he has the arithmetic. This is a party that works on the power principle, and power at the moment seems to be with Ajit Pawar. The fact that he's tied up with the BJP, which is as of now party #1 in Maharashtra, and therefore a number of the NCP MLAs who are connected to Ajit Pawar through business relationships, through the wider cooperative network, especially the sugar cooperatives. Some of them have serious ED inquiries against them. All of them have gravitated towards Ajit Pawar and the BJP. To that extent, the arithmetic is against Mr. Sharad Pawar. So in a way, Mr. Pawar is now relying on Rahul, on goodwill, on legacy, and hoping to build some kind of a wider coalition ahead of the 2024 elections. It's almost as if Sharad Pawar has said, look, I can't take on Ajit Pawar at the moment in terms of MLAs. I will therefore go to the people, as he says, and I will hope that before the 2024 elections, I can stitch together a wider coalition that includes the Uddhav Sena and the Congress, but also in terms of caste composition, reach out to Dalits, reach out to Muslims and women. These were the large 3 groupings I saw today at the YB Savar.
But what's your sense of who has the larger support amongst voters? I mean, it's impossible to answer empirically, but broadly with your experience, who do you think would carry more voters, Rajdeep, at this moment?
You know, there is an old friend of mine in Mumbai who I turn to at times, and I asked him precisely the question you did this afternoon. And he said, Rajdeep, if an election is held today, it would be advantage Mahavikas Agadi over the Mahayuti, i.e. Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Sena, Congress would have an advantage. He believes, because he feels the chemistry is very much at the moment with the Mahavikas Agadi. However, a year is a long time in politics, and I think in the next year we'll have a Lok Sabha election. There'll be the Modi factor playing out in particular in that election. We don't know how much more the Pawar faction could erode. On the other hand, while we are speaking, Eknath Shinde is battling to keep his flock together amidst reports that at least 7 to 8 of his MLAs are willing to switch back to the Uddhav Sena. So Maharashtra politics, Rahul, will go through a lot of flux in the next 1 year. But if you held an election today, simply because Mr. Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray are seen at the moment to carry, in a sense, the inheritance, Mr. Pawar, of course, being the founder and Uddhav Thackeray being the son of Balasaheb Thackeray, I would think that if an election was held today, slight advantage to the MVA, but in a Lok Sabha election, it might well be closer given the fact that you have to factor in the Modi factor there.
Sahil, at this moment there's a meeting taking place where Eknath Shinde is trying to assuage his MLAs. How serious are these MLAs when they say, if Uddhav Thackeray's Sena was to make an overture, we are willing for a ghar wapsi? Your best sense of how many MLAs may be willing to do a somersault at this moment?
Well, the somersault at this moment is very difficult. Please remember, Eknath Shinde had said that Mahashakti is behind them. And till the time Mahashakti is behind them, it will be difficult for them to switch over to the other side. They may try to, arm twist Eknath Shinde that, you promised us something else, but we are seeing something else. Because obviously, Eknath Shinde was in know that Ajit Pawar was in touch with the BJP, and that is a possibility. But his MLAs, the people around him, did not have a clear idea about what is happening, and they were also taken by a shock when suddenly on Sunday this news got broken that Ajit Pawar along with his 9 supporters are taking oath at the swearing-in ceremony in Raj Bhavan. So they were also taken aback. There will be recombination of a lot of things because most of these MLAs had complained to Eknath Shinde before. Eknath Shinde, if you remember in the interview to us in India Today Conclave for the first time, had made it very clear that his MLAs were constantly complaining that how Ajit Pawar is trying to push them to the corner. A lot of places where they had a fight with the NCP people there, and those people are now in the government with them. So that is going to create another problem. Most importantly, today while speaking at MET, Ajit Pawar said it very clear that he does have ambitions to become the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Now, Eknath Shinde has been, the people around Eknath Shinde has been telling that he has been promised that he will be the Chief Minister till 2024. There is a possibility that he may even continue later. If that is the case, now Ajit Pawar coming in saying that he also have the ambition of becoming the Chief Minister. Just imagine a scenario that 3-party alliance going for assembly elections. The thing is very clear that whoever gets the maximum number of seats will lead the coalition government. In that sense, if NCP gets more, is he losing his chance? That is what is the fear.
No, there's a big conspiracy theory doing the rounds that Eknath Shinde may be asked to step down, that Ajit Pawar may become Chief Minister. That may help pull the other Sharad Pawar MLAs away. Is that all hawa mein? Is that a castle in the air? Could there be some dum in this theory?
Well, Rahul, looking at the way things are happening, anything is possible at this point of time. The way people have been dropped, the way people have been chosen, the enemies have the foes have become friends. What you said 10 days before has been completely reversed after 10 days. Everything is possible there since 2019. So that's very clear. There was no need for, if you look at arithmetic, there was no need for Ajit Pawar to be part of this government. But Ajit Pawar being brought in the government clearly shows that the importance of Eknath Shinde and his people has been cut down to the size. Now the BJP solely doesn't depend on on Eknath Shinde, there is a third partner, so they have this room to breathe. Otherwise, Eknath Shinde was asserting himself, his people were asserting themselves that because of them, this government could come into place. Otherwise, the BJP had no chance to come to power at least till 2024 because MVA was going solid. Now that Ajit Pawar is also there in the basket, there is going to be a problem for sure, and that's why these rumors are coming forward. Now it's entirely up to the BJP High Command whether to drop Eknath Shinde at this point of time and make the predictions of Uddhav Thackeray camp true, that finally Eknath Shinde will be dropped once his use is over.
Is that possible, Rajdeep, according to you?
Then it's a different issue.
Because they're not dependent so much on him, because he overpromised, under-delivered, couldn't carry the Sena vote, or at least that seems to be the calculation emerging from the polls that are being done, that they may make Ajit Pawar Chief Minister because that strengthens him and pulls away those MLAs who are still with Sharad Pawar? Or is everyone now, because they're treating it like a Game of Thrones, overthinking the situation?
Look, anything is possible in Maharashtra. Kuch bhi ho sakta hai. This has become a kuch bhi ho sakta hai state. But my sense is that everyone is
here's
playing
the thing,
for
Rajdeep, we've got these crack political journalists. On the issue of the reshuffle, everyone knows what's happening, but nobody wants to commit. And on this issue as well, everyone has a broad sense of what may happen, but nobody wants to put his neck on the chopping line. But go on.
No, look, to some extent, we actually had predicted a couple of months ago, in fact, that Ajit Pawar was being targeted. In fact, in April, when we'd had a Mumbai Tak conclave, that was a central piece of what we asked several of the politicians. It was not a question of if, but when. There was a feeling it would happen before Diwali, because the BJP needed enough time to ensure that this triple engine that they are calling it has at least 6 to 9 months before the Vidhan Sabha election for its impact to go down to the voter. Look, Maharashtra, the other buzz in the air is, could you have Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections together? Now, I don't think Mr. Modi is in favor of that. If you've looked at Mr. Modi's politics, he tends to avoid that. He wants the focus on himself. He doesn't want to localize the election as the opposition would. But that was one buzz I heard today. You asked me about whether Ajit Pawar would take over as Chief Minister a month from now. I would be surprised. I think what you will have is this triple engine going in some form into the next election. For Ajit Pawar to suddenly become Chief Minister, remove Eknath Shinde, while it might weaken Sharad Pawar by bringing some more NCP MLAs into Mr. Ajit Pawar's flock, it could also strengthen the Shiv Sena, that is the Uddhav Sena, who will say, look, the BJP is a use and throw party. They've used Eknath Shinde and then they've cast him aside. I don't think the BJP has a tough task. This is not a three-wheeler. This is not a triple engine as much as a three-wheeler. And a three-wheeler is a dangerous vehicle. Suddenly one partner decides to go in one direction and it can go awry. So I think the BJP is at the moment just hoping that at least in Lok Sabha elections, which will be March, April, May next year, we can hold this alliance together. The sheer arithmetic of it now, they hope, will offset any chemistry advantage that Uddhav Thackeray and
Stay with me, Sahil and Rajdeep.
But anything can happen.
For a moment, because Sudhir Suryavanshi is a well-known political analyst in Maharashtra. He tweeted a short while ago to say, brace up. I mean, this is what he's saying. Brace yourself for another big political earthquake in Maharashtra. The heart patient should take care not to read more political news. The big in capital political development can happen anytime soon in Maharashtra. Sahil and Rajdeep are listening live. What do you know that they're not willing to say, Sudhir? Sudhir?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was quoting your tweet back to you, where you say, brace yourself for another big political earthquake in Maharashtra. The heart patients should take care not to read more political news. The big political development can happen anytime soon. What are you alluding to?
If Rahul, if you are tracking the Maharashtra political development, minutely, then you will come to know whom exactly I am mentioning, because the things are in the making. So therefore, I didn't mention exact name of the person where the. Remember, back on 17 April 2023, I have done the story where Ajit Pawar will join the BJP and the Shinde may ask to go. That time nobody, people believe it, but later on it come to be true. If you see the today's development, Ajit Pawar has said that he was deputy chief minister for 6 times, and he no more wants to be DCM of Maharashtra. His son also was, Papa, how many times you should be DCM of Maharashtra? That is the one thing. Second thing, Maharashtra CM, he was scheduled to be in Chandrapur today, but he was rushed back to the Bombay again. That is the second thing. Third thing, Ajit Pawar will not join the hand with the BJP just for the DCM post, because he was DCM for the 6 times in his career. So he will not join for the DCM post. There is a big promise given to him, and that promise, quote unquote, chief minister, the coveted post, that he has been waiting from long period. He could not fulfill that promise, that dream under his uncle leadership. So now that he has got a promise to get that coveted post under the leadership of Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. And I think Ajit Pawar is going to complete his dream. That is the one thing. Second thing, when only he get the chief minister post, then only the rest of the MLAs who are with Sharad Pawar, they may switch the side. That is another important thing. So to empower Ajit Pawar.
Are you suggesting that this may happen in your view, Sudhir, in the immediate short term? Could it happen in the medium term, or you're talking about a post next assembly election scenario? Abhi hoga ki baad mein hoga?
No, it will happen, today night also, it may happen tomorrow, but it will happen soon. It will not be a midterm poll or something like that. That is not the scenario.
Then how will Eknath Shinde react in your view? He'll be hopping mad. His MLAs are already threatening to go back and do a ghar wapsi.
Can you ask me again, Rahul? Pardon.
How do you think Eknath Shinde may react? Many of his MLAs already threatening to do a ghar wapsi.
So, if you remember when the Eknath Shinde joined the hand with the BJP, that time only 16 MLAs of Shiv Sena were with him. The Devendra Fadnavis and BJP has played the major role to bring back remaining MLAs with the Eknath Shinde. Even Shinde's MLAs are threatening. There are many MLAs who are with the BJP, and some of them are with Ajit Pawar also. So their threatening has no value at this moment. But because the Bharatiya Janata Party and the NCP combined together has the majority also, and this MLA, what pace they will take to go back to Uddhav Thackeray and their constituency people. So that is not the issue, I think. The MLA may threaten, but they don't have any option at this juncture.
Rajdeep, do you see any meat in this theory that this could happen soon, a big political earthquake? Are you planning to come back to Delhi or stay in Mumbai for a while?
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Look, I agree with Sudhir that Ajit Pawar hasn't joined this government to become deputy chief minister once again. The only rider to it is making Ajit Pawar the chief minister of Maharashtra comes with a number of risks. It means that the BJP will simply not be able to use the anti-corruption plan, not just in Maharashtra but across the state. For Devendra Fadnavis in particular, as someone who was at the heart of the attack on Ajit Pawar, saying I will do chakki pissing, he's the key accused in the irrigation scam, in the cooperative scam, to now the BJP making him the chief minister, it's possible, but it comes with a huge risk. It would suggest that they have decided that Eknath Shinde is simply not working for them at the moment. They would rather, therefore, invest their energies in breaking Sharad Pawar's party completely, and thereby they could make him chief minister. If he is to be made, he has to be made. I am told, in fact, someone was telling me his lucky date is August 11th. But, that's what, just over a month away. So are we saying that in the next 1 month, Ajit Pawar becomes chief minister in Maharashtra? As I said, kuch bhi ho sakta hai, but BJP would be taking a huge gamble by making Ajit Pawar the chief minister.
Especially since the Prime Minister's big plank has been, na khaunga, na khane dunga, and the prime target of your attack suddenly becomes your chief minister. That's something that you're really pushing your luck with the voters. I've just received breaking news. Quickly, Rajdeep.
Because it's very interesting, Rahul. Have you seen? Normally when someone joins a BJP government, the Prime Minister, JP Nadda, Amit Shah tweet about it immediately, welcome, all of that. We haven't got a single tweet yet. Not one from JP Nadda, not one from Narendra Modi, not one from Amit Shah yet. I'm not saying they
I've
won't,
just received
but
breaking
clearly
news
they
that
want to see the
Devender
situation
Bhayur,
settle down.
Rajdeep, Devender Bhayur, who's an MLA who attended the meeting at the Sharad Pawar camp this morning, has switched over to the Ajit Pawar camp. Sahil Joshi has more details. Tell us more about Devender Bhayur. He seems to be the first of those who were originally on Sharad Pawar's side who now seem to have jumped over.
Well, I think he must have read Sudhir Suryavansh's tweet that there is another earthquake going to happen. So maybe he must have decided that, okay, if he's going to become the chief minister, it's better to go right away rather than going after he becoming a chief minister, because knowing Ajit Pawar, he may, take his case that, why didn't you come to me before? Now it is useless. So anyway, the point is, Devender Bhayur has joined Ajit Pawar. So Ajit Pawar camp is claiming that now they have 35 with them, and slowly other people will also join in, because obviously the MLAs first think about where is the power. If there is a power on one side and if there is a fight over other side, a ground fight over other side, then obviously any MLA would choose to go along with the power and at least try to cash in on the power equation, so that they can at least get some funds for their constituency, and which ensures them to get elected. That's what must have happened with Devender Bhayur. He has gone to meet Ajit Pawar and now has joined. As far as what Sudhir is saying, why it becomes believable is because it's a similar modus operandi. Last year, we saw exactly the similar way Eknath Shinde arranged a meeting with the executive committee of Shiv Sena, removed Uddhav Thackeray from presidentship, appointed himself as a Mukhya Neta of the party and informed the election commission, and eventually he took over the symbol and the name of the party. Then he was, it was not revealed that he will be the chief minister, but he was announced the chief minister, and after that his party became stronger with respect to the MLAs, and also some of the MPs shifted later on his side, which helped him to get the symbol
No, but the risk in
the name of the party.
The risk in what Sudhir Suryavanshi is saying, if that happens and Ajit Pawar is made chief minister, it's a big if, but if it happens, many of these Eknath Shinde MLAs could go back. That then,
Not only that, Rahul, but also why the BJP has done it. I want to take you back to our survey of mood of the nation. We were absolutely correct in that particular mood of the nation survey, and that is the reason why this is happening. We have been saying this since last 3 months in all our chats, that finally the NDA, the BJP will need third partner in Maharashtra. Otherwise, the Lok Sabha elections are going to be difficult for them in Maharashtra specifically, and that's why the third partner has been called in to join. And this particular try has been. Praful Patel also said it, that when Eknath Shinde was doing it, even then they were inclined to go with the BJP, and they wanted to talk with the BJP, but Sharad Pawar didn't allow it. Now, the biggest problem what the BJP may face with this is that BJP want to take over the 20% of the vote share of the Shiv Sena, which is also predominantly a Hindutva vote share. If they take down Eknath Shinde, that is the vote base which will be affected more, and Uddhav Thackeray will be more than happy
it's a mess.
To hear this particular story.
They can do an OTT serial. I think they can do an OTT serial. All of Bollywood and this OTT industry is in Mumbai. They can get the talent, and our netas can do a good job of acting in it, and they can play it out, and they can make it up along the way. They can have twist A, twist B, twist C, all happening at the same time. There's also a lot of buzz in Delhi about the prospect of a reshuffle. Lots happening in the political scene. Jagan Reddy meeting with the Prime Minister. Word emerging from the BJP that with the TDP an alliance is unlikely because it's not working out. Jagan Reddy is a backup plan B. Word also that the Akalis and the BJP are going to join us very soon as part of the NDA, that deal has been formalized. A meeting has been called tomorrow, take an official decision on this. Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor, is tracking all of this and more. Give us the answer to that one question everybody wants to know. When is this reshuffle happening, Rahul?
Rahul, you can make what is happening in Delhi a sequel to that Maharashtra OTT thing you were saying. But I would like to bring in what Rajdeep said. Rajdeep said that three-wheelers are very difficult to manage. Now, that's a very interesting theory, because I don't think that the MVA is actually a 4-axle 14-wheel vehicle. It is also a three-wheeler. The point here is that the basic theory is that if the BJP wants to do better, then it brought in Shinde to get the Hindu vote, and Mr. Pawar's party was split to damage the NVA. At a time, if you are looking at that, if you think that the BJP may do something like that, go dump Shinde, go with Pawar. We are also saying that it is talking to the Akali Dal, the TDP, and several other political parties for future alliances. Do you think they will ill-treat an alliance partner at a time when they are trying to win over more allies? That will be the worst calling card a national party can have for an alliance. So in that scenario, if the BJP is looking for an alliance partner, very difficult. I will like to tell you what Eknath Shinde group is telling me, that Mr. Shinde had an afternoon nap of 2 hours before he went in for a meeting, and he's actually allowing a lot of his players to release the steam, make the certain correct noises. But yes, Delhi is agog as usual with a news about a cabinet change and a lot of organizational changes in the BJP party. State unit presidents were announced yesterday, and more are likely. What we are being told, that Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Gujarat, it can happen. Now, take for example Gujarat, somebody like Mr. C.R. Patil. Now, somebody who has done very well in the last elections, do you reward him? Now, what can that be? That reward be? Either he comes in as a party general secretary at the central level, or maybe he becomes a minister. Now, what I say is that there is so much of circumstantial evidence, and one does not know the mind of the Modi Shah duo, and in fact, hazardous to commit it on air. But say, for example, Kiran Reddy. If we talk about Kiran Reddy saying he has been made president of the state unit, and he will eventually go and now release his ministerial berth. But it has happened in the BJP in the past that Mr. Mahendra Pandey was made the BJP president for Uttar Pradesh. He continued as a minister. Amit Shah, in fact, continued as home minister when he was president. So that could be one indication, but that may not be another indication. Interestingly, Mr. JP Nadda has been holding meetings with a lot of ministers. He has met Prahlad Patel, he has met Bhupendra Yadav.
What's happening in these meetings? What's he asking them? What's he asking them? What are they telling him? Because everyone's saying, "Kaun nikla meeting se." It's like, think of it as a corporate office. The moment an employee is called in to meet the boss, everybody's only wondering, is it the chitti? Is it the appraisal everyone's waiting for?
See, now, the interesting is Jyotiraditya Scindia has been, Kiran Rijiju has been there. Nobody knows. But another person who has been there is Nirmala Sitharaman. Now, if you say that all these met because they are going to be either dropped or removed from the Council of Ministers, do you think there is going to be a change at the top of the Raisina Hill? Really doubtful, because Nirmala Sitharaman is one of the solid pillars as far as now this government is concerned. So if I look at all the entire picture, say for example, Arun Singh is the in charge for Rajasthan. There is a buzz that he may be given some other state in charge, or Kailash Vijayvargiya does not want to take ministerial any other responsibility. He wants to stay in Madhya Pradesh because he thinks that's the place to be. Dilip Sethia. So there is a lot of talk, but there is not even a single top level confirmation. The only indication is we are playing by dates. 7th and 8th PM is busy. Nadda and others are meeting leaders in South on the 8th. So it could well be after 9th in the second week of July.
Okay.
One will have to wait and see. Does Mr. Narendra Modi surprise us? Or
okay, Rahul Srivastava being a lot more calibrated and careful in the style of the India Today group than Sudhir Suryavanshi. Before this, he's batting with a straight bat. Sudhir hit one out of the park and thought, okay, let's hope it connects. Sardar RP Singh is with us. RP Singh, sir, the Akalis walked away. Now you're bringing them back, it seems. They don't like the UCC. You had problems with them on Farm Bill. Now you want to bring them back. There's talk that earlier BJP had 3 seats. Now you want 5. Give us the inside go.
Well, before that, the show, when I was watching Sudhir Suryavanshi and Rajdeep Sardesai, they reminded me of Octopus Paul. Remember FIFA 2010?
Okay.
Trying to predict a lot of things.
So, but if you see what's happening, you can't take away the fact that there's so much surprise. How in India recently, politics has been a bit boring. It's been a bit staid because it's been one-way traffic. This makes it more exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you can keep pitching on predictions and you can get some other Jyotishis which come on your other Hindi channel at times to predict more about what's happening with whom and who will be dropped, who will be taken in, which partner will come in, which partner will go. See, these all are in the realm of the guess. I mean, we don't know. I mean, none of us know what's going to happen, what's not going to happen.
Acha, Akaliyo da daso na, you're bringing them back. Tell us why you're doing that in Punjab.
Can I complete? We have a new president in Punjab. Mr. Sunil Jakhar is a new president, and let him decide. I mean, he has just taken over yesterday, so let him decide and let him take a call, and then it will be his call in consultation, if there is one, in consultation with the party high command, if it's required so. As on date, till date, there is no information on any sort of alliance with the Akalis. We are working on, and then give me a second. And Sunil Jakhar's statement, we are missing on. I mean, I expected my good friend Rahul to tell on the Sunil Jakhar statement. He is categorical that we are going to build a party in all 117 seats. Rahul should also miss on that.
Okay, RP Singh being very careful like the official spokesperson should. I bowled him a googly, he played with a straight bat, that's fine. Himanshu Mishra hopefully will offer us some more variety in his stroke play. Himanshu, you've been part of some key briefings today. Give us your sense, A, of the build-up to the reshuffle, B, Akali is coming back, TDP not on board, Jagan possibly filling in Andhra Pradesh. Give us the full picture.
राहुल, सबसे पहली बड़ी बात यह है कि टीडीपी को लेकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की मुलाकात जरूर हुई थी। अमित शाह ने जो है वो जाकर कहा था वाइजैक के अंदर कि ये सबसे करप्ट पार्टी है वाईएसआर की। जेपी नड्डा ने भी टारगेट किया, लेकिन उसके बाद जो है 10,000 करोड़ का पैकेज दे दिया गया। बीजेपी ने उसकी कोई भी एक तरीके से क्रेडिट नहीं लिया, उससे टीडीपी बहुत नाराज है। दूसरी तरफ जो उनकी धुर विरोधी है, उनकी परिवार से आती हैं, ही पुरंदेश्वरी, उनको पार्टी का अध्यक्ष बना दिया। अब टीडीपी इस बात को लेकर भी नाराज है और कहीं ना कहीं बीजेपी अब ये देख रही है कि अगर आंध्रा के अंदर वाईएसआर जीतते हैं तो चुनाव बाद उनके साथ जाएंगे, अगर टीडीपी जीतती है तो हम उनके साथ चले जाएंगे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लगता है कि उनके हाथ में दोनों लड्डू हैं, कोई भी जीते वो चुनाव बाद उनके साथ जरूर आएगा और ऑन फ्लोर नहीं आए, सरकार में शामिल ना हो। तो जिस तरीके से आउटसाइड सपोर्ट वाईएसआर कई इश्यूज पे देता है, टीडीपी देता है, वो चलता रहेगा। और दूसरी तरफ अकाली दल को लेकर मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं, जो बात अभी कह रहे थे आरपी सिंह, वो बिल्कुल क्लियर ये है कि आरपी सिंह ने जो कहा है वो बिल्कुल मैं इस बात से सहमत हूं। बीजेपी का एक बहुत बड़ा धाड़ा जो है वो ये मानता है कि अकाली दल के साथ हमको नहीं करना चाहिए अलायंस, क्योंकि वो एक डूबता हुआ जहाज है और इस डूबते हुए जहाज में हमें नहीं सवार होना चाहिए, क्योंकि अकाली दल कांग्रेस के तमाम बड़े नेता जो हैं वो 2022 के विधानसभा चुनाव के बाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी में आ गए हैं। और मेरी अभी कुछ देर पहले कुछ लोगों से बात हुई, उन्होंने कहा कि बातचीत का क्रम जरूर चालू हुआ था, लेकिन पार्टी के अंदर एक तरीके से ये पूरा मत बन चुका है कि हमको जो है वो अकाली दल के साथ नहीं जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि अकाली दल के पास अब उस तरीके की ताकत नहीं है जो ताकत उनके पास 2017 तक थी। 17 में भी अकाली दल जो है वो नंबर 2 पे रहा था, लेकिन उसके बाद कहीं ना कहीं अकाली दल अब कमजोर होता चला गया है और वो पकड़ जनता में नहीं है जो पकड़ होनी चाहिए। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को एक तरीके से ये कहा जा सकता है, आरपी सिंह उससे शायद नाराज भी हो जाए, कि अगर सत्ता आती है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास जिस तरीके से नेताओं की झड़ी लगती है चुनाव से पहले आने की, तो उसमें आने वाले दिनों में आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता भी शामिल होते नजर आएंगे पंजाब से। और इसी कारण जो है भारतीय जनता पार्टी अब ये मानकर चल रही है कि आंध्रा में और पंजाब में उनका अलायंस ना हो तो बेहतर।
Okay, and what about the reshuffle? We saw Sudhir Suryavanshi take a big punt and say that Ajit Pawar may be made chief minister. Will you bat like Rahul Dravid, or do you want to hit a flashy stroke like Suryakant Yadav? Himanshu? Himanshu has decided it's safest not to answer the question. That's fine too. That's one way of responding to it. Okay, I want to go across to Umesh Patil. Umesh Patil is the spokesperson for the Ajit Pawar camp. He's joining us from Mumbai. उमेश पाटिल जी, स्वागत है आपका। बड़ा शक्ति प्रदर्शन हुआ अजीत पवार कैंप का भी, शरद पवार कैंप का भी, लेकिन कुल मिला के तस्वीर यह है कि 31 पहले थे, अब एक ऐड हो गया तो 32 और 4 MLCs, 36 आपको चाहिए। अभी भी आप 4 MLAs शॉर्ट हो। तो क्या आपको लग रहा है कि हालांकि ज्यादातर एमएलएज आपके साथ है, जो बाकी का गैप है वो भी आप फिल कर पाओगे या नहीं?
40 से ज़्यादा हमारी गिनती है, 40 से ज़्यादा है। आप बेफिक्र रहिए, और जो लीगली जितने चाहिए वो उनका सिग्नेचर आ चुका है पहले ही, सभी लोगों के एफिडेविट्स भी है। और फिर भी ये सब चीज़ें कब लगती है, जब गवर्नमेंट में हम है और वहाँ पे अगर मेजॉरिटी दिखानी है तो वो ज़रूरत है आंकड़े की। फिर भी अगर कोई न्यायिक बात आती है, कानूनी तौर पे अगर कुछ प्रूव करने की बात आती है, तो हमारे पास पर्याप्त आंकड़ा है, ये मैं आपको गारंटी के साथ कहता हूं।
एक तरफ अजीत पवार का शक्ति प्रदर्शन चल रहा था, दूसरी तरफ शरद पवार सिंपैथी कार्ड, विक्टिम कार्ड, बिट्रेयल कार्ड खेल रहे थे और लोगों की सहानुभूति को जीतने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। कह रहे थे कि अजीत पवार ने उनके साथ दगा किया है, आप लोग धोखेबाज हैं।
किसने दगाबाजी की है और क्या दगाबाजी की है? जब 2014 में बीजेपी को समर्थन दिया था तो उस वक्त किस आधार पे बीजेपी को समर्थन दिया था? बीजेपी तो कम्युनल पार्टी है ना, तो फिर उस 2014 में बीजेपी को समर्थन क्यों दिया गया? 2017 में भी बीजेपी को समर्थन देने की बात हुई थी और बीजेपी को समर्थन डिक्लेयर भी करने वाले थे, लेकिन बीजेपी के हाईकमांड ने कहा कि अगर शिवसेना के साथ रहोगे तभी आपको गवर्नमेंट में एंट्री मिलेगी। लेकिन उस वक्त शिवसेना के साथ हम नहीं जाना चाहते थे। उस वक्त बताया गया कि शिवसेना को अगर बाजू में रखेंगे तो ही हम आएंगे, शिवसेना जातीयवादी पार्टी है कहा गया। फिर 2019 में शिवसेना के साथ जाने का निर्णय लिया। तो ये यहाँ पे कोई विचारधारा की बात नहीं है, कोई आइडियोलॉजी की बात नहीं है। अभी अगर पार्टी के सभी विधायक दल और सभी लोगों ने अगर कोई प्रस्ताव रखा है तो किसी भी पार्टी में डेमोक्रेटिक तरीके से अगर कोई निर्णय होता है तो वो निर्णय हाईकमांड को भी लागू होता है।
नहीं, पर ऐसे
बनाया गया है।
अच्छा, आप कह रहे हैं कि दगा नहीं किया, पर ऐसी रिपोर्ट्स आ रही कि जब से बांद्रा में ये मीटिंग हुई उसके बाद आपके सारे अजीत पवार फैक्शन के एमएलएस को आपने एक होटल में बंद कर दिया। आप चाह रहे हैं कि वो होटल में रहे। कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि आपको डर है कि जो अंकल हैं आपके शरद पवार वो फिर से वही गेम कर देंगे? कि लग रहा है शुरू में कि पहला घूसा हमारा अजीत पवार ने, लेकिन आखिरी घूसा पड़ा शरद पवार का, कहीं ये वापस तो नहीं चले जाएंगे आपके एमएलएस फिर से? इसका डर तो नहीं है आपको?
कोई बात नहीं है, वो होटल में बंद नहीं किए गए। होटल में कार्यक्रम होने के बाद खाना खाने के लिए होटल में गए, कोई बंद करने की सब अपने अपनी मर्जी से बैठे हैं, मर्जी से गए हैं।
शरद पवार जी को भी कॉन्फिडेंस है, सुप्रिया सुले भी कह रही हैं कि धोखा नहीं होगा, कि कोई भी पिता के साथ धोखा नहीं करता। इमोशनल कनेक्ट है, लंबा कनेक्ट है, पर्सनल बॉन्ड है, कि ये जो लोग हैं जो भूले भटके एंड में ये वापस जरूर आएंगे, क्योंकि पिता का आखिर में हर आदमी सम्मान करता है।
नहीं, कोई दगाबाजी किसी ने नहीं की है। ये कोई फैमिली के राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी ये पूरा परिवार है, बहुत बड़ा परिवार है। इसमें हमारे मुखिया पवार साहब है, हम आज भी उनको ही मुखिया मानते हैं। पार्टी जो है उनको देख के ही बनाई गई है, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। देखिए, आज जो पार्टी डिसीजन को लेकर ये मत भिन्नता है, किसके क्या करे, पॉलिटिकल डिसीजन के बारे में मत भिन्नता है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हमको किसी से अपरहेज है। पॉलिटिकल डिसीजन किसके साथ जाए, अपोजिशन में हम लोग बैठे या सत्ता पक्ष में जाके हमारे राष्ट्र के राज्य के हित में हम काम करें।
Okay.
सरकार में
Umesh Patil, for joining us, thank you very much. I want to go across to Mahesh Chavan, spokesperson of the Pawar camp. He's joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Chavan, it seems that the Ajit Pawar camp has more MLAs on their side. It was 31 earlier. It's 32 now, with word coming in that Devender Bhuyar has also now switched over. It seems for once the uncle will get outwitted by the nephew.
Rahul, though they are claiming 32, according to my knowledge or my information, there were 28 or 29. And even if they manage to get 50 out of 52, Rahul, we are not worried, because the what do you say, like your disqualification proceedings can be initiated, because under 10th schedule, the original political party has to merge. And the legislative party cannot be independent of a political party. So this show strain by Mr. Ajit Pawar will not impact the disqualification proceedings. This is what I feel.
No, but that's only on the side. As far as the numbers are concerned, they seem to have the majority of the numbers with them. That's the fact. Whether it's 32 or 28, 29, that's much more than 13 that you have.
Yes, but in this case, there are a few MLAs who are in touch with us, and as you said just now, they have kept them in the hotel. So why they have kept them in a hotel if they have come willingly? So that means they are worried. They have some concerns about it.
Okay, I'll leave it over there. Thank you very much for joining us. We had a power-packed show, covered a lot of ground, and had a lot of fun. Ultimately, this is what makes politics exciting. When there are things happening, when there are pieces moving on the chessboard, and unlike chess, where you know which way a particular piece will move, in the chessboard of Maharashtra, a piece can move in any direction. You have no idea, no way of knowing which way the piece will move and why, which is why this Game of Thrones, I'm mixing my analogies, but this Game of Thrones is as exciting as it is. And nothing excites us more than a juicy political story. I want to thank you for your time and your trust. We're slipping into a break. I have a little more for you, but we'll have a lot more at 9 p.m. with Rajdeep Sardis. I'm coming back on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us. Back in a moment.
I was just having a conversation with a very old-timer fund manager, mutual fund manager, and he said that the macro story for India is great, but valuations are still not compelling and not challenging, and quite challenging. Would you agree with that, or would you say that it's a good entry point for India now?
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Thanks for having me here. Yeah, you actually are absolutely right. I would kind of echo the sentiments. I do believe that the macro story is looking very compelling for sure. Quite confident about 15% plus earnings growth, which is like one of the highest that we've seen, that we will be seeing in any of the major markets globally. So yeah, all that is looking quite well. But yeah, but valuations is definitely sticking out. When the markets corrected earlier in February or so, when the Nifty was at around 17,000, it was looking pretty interesting, but the markets have moved up pretty quickly, up about 10% or so from there. And yes, many stocks and sectors are looking expensive at this point in time. Yeah.
There is a fear in certain quarters in the market that during the course of this year, we'll get another spike in volatility, and you may even get the market back to the kind of levels which you found interesting. Do you expect something like that? I know it cannot be predicted, events cannot be predicted, but is it a likelihood in your eyes?
I think the event that will probably create volatility in the Indian markets will probably have to be a global event or an international event. I do not foresee too many negative or let's say big negative events for the Indian markets, which will be domestically caused. My sense is that you will probably see, or you could probably see some volatility created by either some unexpected change, say in the Fed policy, or some other kind of dislocation that might happen in the capital markets globally, or something like that. But as far as the developments domestically go, to me it looks unlikely.
The Indian Space Research Organization is planning to launch Chandrayaan-3 mission in July. And now the spacecraft has been integrated with the launch vehicle. The Chandrayaan-3 mission is slated to launch on the 13th of July to the moon, as it looks to explore the geology of the only natural satellite of Earth.
So how does one log off? Limit yourself to one screen at a time. Spring clean your social media accounts. Use apps to bolster self-control. Don't charge your phone near your bed. Set time boundaries in usage. Use your gadgets thoughtfully. Think about whether you actually need to use your laptop or whether you need to use your phone. Is there any work really, or just using it mindlessly? Do you really need to watch TV, or you'd rather go for a walk or even take a nap, which is actually more relaxing, more refreshing?
If you ask an average person, they'll say, oh, I'm on social media for about 10-15 minutes or maybe a little bit more in there. I'm not typically there. But if they start actually analyzing their time, and there are apps and features available on these gadgets, they then come to realize that I was putting so many hours more.
Prioritizing offline relationships and getting a glimpse of what real life offers brings real joy. Try it.
Forecast now. Delhi, maximum 37 and minimum 29 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 34 and minimum 27 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 25 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 34 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 30 and minimum 23 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Forecast now. Delhi, maximum 37 and minimum 29 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 30 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 34 and minimum 27 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 25 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 34 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 30 and minimum 23 degrees.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today Newsmo. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
So sorry.
तो भाई और बहनों, नीतीश कुमार एंड बैंड की प्रस्तुति आज मेरे यार की शादी है फीचरिंग राहुल गांधी गांधी गांधी। रेडी 1 2 1 2 2 2 2 तुमको बागडोर थमा दी है, तुमको बागडोर थमा दी है, डोर थमा दी है, तुमने उम्मीद बढ़ा दी है, तुमको बागडोर थमा दी है, तुमको बागडोर थमा दी है। लगता है गठबंधन को एक राह दिखा दी है, तुमको बागडोर थमा दी है, तुमको बागडोर थमा दी है। वक्त की ये जरूरत आएगा शुभ मुहूर्त, देखो सारे जमा है, ठाकरे शरद और राउत, ठाकरे शरद और राउत, खुशी से झूमे है मन, बना है ये गठबंधन, कैसे संजोग मिले हैं, सारे हम लोग मिले हैं, सारे हम लोग मिले हैं। इस गठबंधन ने मोदी सरकार हिला दी है, तुमको बागडोर थमा 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 दी है।
Good evening, viewers. Let's take a look at the weather report across the major cities this evening. Thiruvananthapuram is at 26 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 20. Mumbai is at 26 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 39. Panji is at 27 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 20. Ahmedabad is at 32 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 62. Bhopal is at 29 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 62. Jaipur is at 32 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 102. Delhi is at 33 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 111. Srinagar is at 25 degrees Celsius with AQI being 35. Lucknow is at 29 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 60. Patna is at 36 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 101. Kolkata is at 31 degrees with an AQI of 32. Hyderabad is at 30 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 33. Bangalore is at 24 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 33. Chennai is at 30 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 25. This is all we have for you in this segment. Hope wherever you are, you find favorable weather around you. Keep watching India Today for all the weather updates with me, AI Sana, all through the day.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist.
Co-presented by JK Tyre Ranger Series, stay wild at heart. Co-presented by Hayfler, let's reimagine. Powered by NECC, Sunday Hoya Monday, Rose Khao Monday. Co-powered by Watcho OTT, Super App.
One है तो done है.
Good evening, hello and welcome to this News Today special coming to you from Mumbai, where all the political drama has taken place over the last few days, and there are, I can promise you, more twists ahead. We'll tell you what they are in a moment. Who is winning the battle of the Pawars, of course, is our big focus. Has Ajit Pawar been able to match Sharad Pawar's popularity? Is the age factor now playing out in Pawar play? That's right, Power play is our focus tonight. But first, as always, it's time for the 9 headlines at 9. It's battleground Mumbai as NCP factions go face to face in a trial of strength. Ajit Pawar camp takes the lead with 32 MLAs while 13 rally behind Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar now approaches Election Commission claiming to be the real NCP and its new president. But there could be a twist in the tale. Discontent brews in Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's camp over Ajit Pawar's and the NCP's inclusion in Maharashtra cabinet. Some of his MLAs are looking even to possibly return to the Shiv Sena Uddhav camp. As the fight for the real NCP escalates, a Sharad Pawar camp MLA Devendra Bhuyar has just switched sides to the Ajit Pawar faction. Will there be more such switches? Could Ajit Pawar become even Chief Minister of Maharashtra soon, as is now being speculated? It's bulldozer justice in Madhya Pradesh. House of a BJP youth worker Parvesh Shukla, who urinated on a tribal man, is demolished. NSA is slapped against the accused. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy meets Prime Minister in Delhi. Sources say Jagan contemplating dissolution of assembly to go in for early elections along with Telangana. All India Muslim Personal Law Board objects to law panel's uniform civil code recommendation, says one nation, one law will lead Muslims to lose their identity. Supreme Court relief for activist Teesta Setalvad. Courts grant Teesta interim protection from arrest until further orders. Countdown begins for launch of Chandrayaan. ISRO puts out video of moon landers assembly. Monsoon mayhem wreaks havoc in Kerala and in Karnataka. Roads waterlogged. NDRF teams deployed. IMD issues orange alert for 12 districts and 3 states. But tonight, our big story once again comes from Maharashtra, where, trust me, there are many twists and turns still ahead in the Mahadrama. First, let me tell you what are the top developments and a recap of all that's transpired today. Maharashtra has witnessed a major political show of strength between the two Nationalist Congress Party groups, Ajit Pawar and his uncle Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar seems to have won round one with 31 MLAs of the 53-member NCP present at the meeting called by the Deputy Chief Minister, and only 13 arriving at Party Chief Sharad Pawar's venue. Meanwhile, just a short while ago, one of the MLAs who was with Mr. Pawar, Devendra Bhuyar, has now switched sides and joined the Ajit Pawar camp. A war of words is erupting between leaders of the two factions, with Ajit Pawar even taking a jibe at Mr. Pawar's age and asking why he had not retired. Hitting back, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar has slammed the Ajit Pawar faction and mocked them for using his pictures even now in their posters. Sharad Pawar says that Ajit Pawar's camp knows they can't survive without him. The Election Commission of India has also confirmed it's received a petition from both factions of the NCP. While Ajit Pawar's petition claims to have unanimously elected him as president of the party, the email from the Sharad Pawar camp has informed it of disqualification petitions against the rebels. The Election Commission is now going to ask both factions to submit their documents. Amidst the ongoing family feud, NCP patriarch Mr. Pawar is now heading to Delhi tomorrow, holding a meeting of his national executive, hoping that they will repose faith in him after Ajit Pawar proved his strength in Mumbai. Meanwhile, Maharashtra's Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is also meeting with all his MLAs at his residence. As per the sources, the Shinde group is unhappy over the inclusion of the NCP, and they also, some of them are reportedly in touch with the Uddhav Sena. Now, what does all of this mean? Mumbai is where I am at the moment, a city which has seen today not just heavy rains, but also a show of strength by Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar in two different parts of the city. It appeared, though, at the end of the day that the nephew had won this round, because the fight between the two could have just got bigger. They were now hurling charges at each other, Ajit Pawar even questioning if Sharad Pawar will ever retire. How is this